Hello, hey, look, it's Xiao. So, today, this video, whatever you want to call it, we're going to go over the difference between 80 and 90. Because there's a ton of people in the community that seem to think leveling to 90 is a waste of time. Or not worth it. It's an RPG, so when you level up, you get stronger. End of story, right? Now, if you want to say it's not worth your time to grind out all the materials required to go from 80 to 90, cool. That's a legit reason. If you're doing lots of other things, you don't play very regularly, and you're clearing content at 70 and 80, and you don't need to go to 90, cool. Cool. That makes sense. But this here, what's a Genshin terminology? The narrative going around is that it's not worth. Well, how do you know? So here, I'm going to show you what level 80 looks like and what level 90 looks like. And we're going to keep everything the same. Artifacts are not going to change between the two. I'm running typically the generalized set that most people are running right now with him. 2-piece Glad, 2-piece Vera. We are running... the flower is the only one that's not level 20. It's at 17. Then 20, 20, 20, which is attack on the timepiece. 20 Animo on the cup. 20 crit damage on the headpiece. They're not the best rolls. They're not whatever. They work. They get the job done, and he does stuff. Okay? But this isn't going to change. We're going to leave the same artifacts. We're not going to level anything up when we go to 90. Same goes for talents. I level all my stuff to level 6. Basically, because if I'm going to showcase something to somebody on stream or in YouTube, anybody can farm level 6 talents. Above level 6, you're required to have weekly rewards from the weekly bosses. The dragon, the wolf, and child. Okay? It's doable. It's doable, but if you've spent all your stuff on other characters and now you're like, well, that's pretty badass at level 10 talent, it's not realistic to show you exactly what you can get to. So all my stuff stops at level 6. I am using level 90 weapons when I do this. So this is the only 90 so far. I almost have a 90 Favonius, and I will not be showcasing 5-star weapons because they're irrelevant to 99.9% of the player base. So 4 stars. The Royal, the Favonius, the Prototype, and the Battle Pass Spear, which I'll have in a couple days, are going to be the first 4 weapons that I'm going to be trying with him pretty regularly. But for today's video, we are sticking with just this guy right here, level 90. And so everything is staying the same. His artifacts aren't going to change. His weapon isn't going to change. We're all good to go. He's level 80. We'll show you what the damage numbers are, and then we will level him up to 90 and do it again. And then you can decide if it's a big enough increase or not. Because it is. If you're not spending any Primo Gems on resin, level 80 to 90 is about a week's grind. I have another video coming out where I'm going to explain all of it on how long it actually takes to do everything. Let's get into it. All right, I've got 2 level 79s up here saved, right? 79, 79. Oh, 3 of them. All right. Go ahead and do a combo. I goofed on that. We'll do it again. Okay. All right, here we go. Here's an incomplete spreadsheet. Incomplete meaning I kind of only gathered enough information to make it a relevant spreadsheet. I didn't run 100 different tests to get every crit number possible. I also could have automatically filled it in. We know what my crit damage is, so you could just do the math and fill in the crit damage or go reverse like over here. I only was able to see crit damage numbers on these two attacks. I never did see in-game basic, but you could just reduce it down. But since they're both relative to each other, I left it. So what we're looking at here, this is all of the stuff done while your burst is active. And this is all of your stuff done while your burst is not active. Here is your level 80 numbers. Here is your level 90 numbers. And here is the percent increase. Now, there is a little bit of give and take. I did get a couple numbers after I had used a skill. The spear buffs you after you use a skill. So there was a little bit of a goof there. And then the burst itself, the longer it's active, the damage ramps. So depending on how long I had the burst active when I did a test, the numbers are a little skewed. In a nutshell, it's all super still close. Super still close. Yes, for us children, that makes sense. But so basically, here's your normal attacks. Your first attack hits twice, second attack, third attack, fourth attack hits twice, fifth attack, and sixth attack. Here's the crit damage number that I recorded just because. Crit damage, right? The percentage here is the percent increase from level 80 to 90. Boom, boom, 1100, 1175. Now, it seems small. 7% is kind of small. When you're hitting up in the 26Ks and the 20Ks, it does increase. And then also when you have a bunch of flurry attacks coming out, it adds up. Again, whether or not you want to spend the time to go from 80 to 90, that's up to you. Down here, charge attack, same thing, 7 attack. And then the plunge attack, 7%, 7 attack, 7%. Skill, 7%. Here's the numbers. The burst, again, we had some weird wonky factors in there with the ramping damage. So I'm assuming this level 80 skill number, even though the burst isn't supposed to affect your skill, had the ramping damage up, which caused this to decrease. Same thing with the plunge attack. I might have had the skill up longer, or the burst up longer when I did the 90 test. But in a nutshell, yeah, it's all around 5-7%. Same thing as it is down over here. Now, over here, we went from 17.6 KHP to 19.2. That's a 9% increase. Attack went from 1851 to 1925. That's a 4% increase. Defense went from 883 to 990. That's a 12%. And everything else is stat related. It's not level related. These three are the only stats that grow when you increase your character level. So, I don't know if that helps. Hopefully it does. I like doing it. It's a lot of fun. I plan on doing this with a lot of the other characters. Still playing around with how I want to display numbers, how I want to show things with a spreadsheet, in-game data. I did this with Ganyu, and I did it in a domain, and the numbers were all over the place. You could see the difference from 80 to 90, but it was... I like to see consistent numbers, and there's so many different factors. I don't know. I'll talk to chat some more if you guys have any feedback on what you think is better showcase, like showing off the domain because it is all situational, or just showing the raw numbers on a spreadsheet like this. I'm not sure. I don't want to do all of it because then the videos get too long, but I'm going to do this with all the other characters that I have. I'm only missing 3 at this moment. I'm missing Diluc, Jean, and Ning. So we got plenty of characters to show off from level 80 to 90. Stay tuned. Check this out. Level 90 Royal Spear, level 90 Favonius Lance, level 90 Prototype. I think at the beginning of this video, I only had the level 90 Prototype, and this was like 84. And then this will be 90 after tonight. And then, not that I ever use it, I accidentally pulled this last night. So I will be doing a weapons video on which weapon has better DPS and how it affects and your gameplay between these 4. I don't have the Black Cliff. That's another one I highly recommend. I potentially think could be one of the better spears. But I have to wait till March to do that one. But I will have a video out regarding these 4 here in a day or two, along with going over artifacts and set bonuses and how they affect your character, because there's 3 sets I think are very viable. And with that, if you want to see anything specific, if you like it, if you don't like it, let me know. This is the kind of information that I want to know and I look for when I'm looking for character guides and things. So if there's something that you'd like to see thrown into this or a different type of video also, I like to test things, let me know. Obviously, I stream. You can swing by twitch.tv/SlyGumbi between the late night hours of 8 p.m. till about 2 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. That's West Coast United States. Let me know what you want to see there. Hang out, stick around. It's really mature audiences on the live stream, though. Fair warning. Fair warning. Parents, I'm sorry. Not sorry. You can follow me on Twitter at SlyGumbi for news updates and goofiness. I've got an Instagram that I'm starting to do for other things that's not Genshin related. If you just want to check out more SlyGumbi weirdness. But there's a Discord, links to lots of other videos and guides. Just check the description. We got all kinds of stuff down there, goodies, playlists on screen. See you guys in the next one. Bye-bye now.